for coming and for your willingness to share your stories, your experience with your brothers. I think that's all, yeah, from me. So for the students, any students, please listen, yeah. Be eager to ask. Yeah, you can ask anything, yeah. Don't be ashamed, don't be shy, yeah. This is your brothers, your sisters, yeah. So just communicate. And lastly, before I stop, again, I'm really sorry. Maybe I'm the only lecturer that came today. Yeah, really sorry. Usually we, at least 2 or 3 of us join, but we have a situation today. We planned previously to have a meeting today, and the thing as well happened today. So only me that come, and I also myself, I cannot.
I would like to welcome our sister, Sister Siti Jamilah Muhammad Sukri, as the first guest speaker for our sharing session today. Please welcome, sister.
Oh, okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. Firstly, I would like to say thank you to his forum for inviting me as a panel. Actually, I don't expect at all that I will be the speaker for today. I'm so glad can meet everyone here, especially my Hisforia members, Brother Zudi Farhan, and also Dr. Hazizi, my first president for Hisforium. So I'm glad for that. Alhamdulillah. And of course, the other students as well. So thank you so much for having me today. Okay, please do pray for me. Actually, tomorrow is my Viva morning. So please do pray for me that everything will be going to smooth, inshallah. Okay, so without further ado, I begin my sharing session about my experience during the degree life. Perhaps not really interesting compared to the other 2 speakers, but I want to share some experiences. Perhaps you can get some ideas and also some points what I'm going to share. Okay, actually before I came into degree life, I'm kind of introvert student. I don't like to be talkative. I don't like to mingle with the other person because I tend to be in my circle only. Yeah, that's my attributes before I came into degree life. But then after I joined the degree life, my 2 friends forced me to join his forum. So after that, after I joined his forum, during that time, Dr. Hazizi is the first president, of course. And also that time, not many committee members that willing to be part of the his forum family. So yeah, I joined the his forum, and I feel like my attributes getting changed from little by little. Yeah, I tend to be extrovert person after that. Try to mingle with the other circles also, and also have capability to do programs also. Of course, after joining this forum, I have ups and down phases also. And without realize, I I stay in his forum until the last of semester. Yeah, Actually, during my involvement in his forum, I can see the differences. For example, like I become more talkative, I become more extrovert, becomes more get into with the other people also. So yeah, and then his forum is the only club that I joined during that time, and also becomes active member. I joined the other club as well, but not really active like I joined his forum. Yeah. So for me, even though like people see his forum as a small secretariat, for me his forum is a part of valuable memory during the degree life. Yeah, so I'm very thankful for the experience. And currently I join INHAT, right? I'm joining International Institute for Halal Research. Due to the spirit like to do program, so I I try to establish INHAT PGSS uh, after I joined INHAT. Even though that it is not officially established, but then after I joined INHAT, I with my other 2 or 3 friends, we try to conduct other programs to the students. Before that, INHAT PGSS not emerged before our involvement. So Alhamdulillah, after we joined the INHAT, we can establish several programs like we do halal expedition to the Royal Bloom Perak and also to the other parts as well in order to spread dakwah and to give awareness about the halal things. And also I do other educational trips also, workshop, paper writing, seminar, and etc. Because of the spirit that I got from the Hisporium. Even though that I almost finished my study for master, Alhamdulillah, there are a few of the other students are willing to continue our legacy to establish programs to the INHAT student as well. So I'm very thankful for that. Actually, my advice to the new students, please support Hisporium. If we are not support Hisporium, means because Hisporium is an official secretariat for the history students, right? So I do believe that if we are not support Hisporium, who else will support? Yeah, and I also recommend for the students to join Hisporium as well. Even though that you feel like Hisporium not really big like the other census club, but still, I do believe that once we contribute our energy and also our energy to the history department, I think it is more valuable because we specialize in that history and then we try to contribute our energy to that particular secretariat. Okay, by joining Hisporium, of course, we will meet a lot of friends. And also I can form like study group among the Hisporium members because I'm not kind of like reading books for like the other people, like the other history students. So from the Hisporium members, I also create study group members so we can study together. For me, study history is not really excitement. We cannot feel excitement if we study alone. So yeah, so it's good if we can form a study group among our friends also. And okay, because I don't have really much experience because I only focus on the Hisporium. So I do believe that I do really recommend it for the students to join Hisporium. Even though if you feel like there are a lot of other bigger club that we can join, but still I think it will be more valuable if we can contribute our energy and also our teamwork in Hisporium also. So from the experiences, I'm very thankful and even it helps me a lot in terms of communication skill, in terms of time management, and in fact, the skill that I got from the Hisporium, I can apply until I'm doing master, and I'm doing, I'm doing the program with the in-heart student as well. Okay, so that the experiences also. In terms of challenges, I encounter several challenges also, especially in terms of financial management, because during that time I'm not receiving. I think during that time we have a very financial constraint also, student. So for a new student, I do believe that you should have capability to spend your money wisely for the fees, for your daily expenses, and also for the other needs as well. That one, the most important thing that you should take note once you enter into degree life. Secondly, okay, this is the most difficult things that I face once I joined history department. We don't have specific textbook and also specific like notes from the other kuliah. So that's why I think formulate good team members can help you to understand your history subjects clearly. Okay. Uh, However, at the good side, still we don't need to spend a lot of money to buy. To buy the textbooks like the other kuliah do, right? Because I asked my friend that from the psychology department, they spend almost 500 per semester in order to buy the textbook only. So that one is another good side. Okay. Okay. Thirdly, as a student, I think it is very important to divide your time wisely. For example, like if you are eager in the co-curriculum activity, right? But still you cannot get into the activities until you forgot your study, because your priority, you come to university, you want to study, right? So that one is the most important thing that you have to consider. Yeah, because your parents will be, because your parents and let you go to university to study, right? So that's why you have to spend your time wisely. Yeah. And okay. For example, during my, I think during third year, I feel so eager to do activities. And also during that time, I've also faced difficulties also to spend my time wisely, because we are too eager with the activities, right? So at that time, Prof. Arshad admonished me. He said that you should focus your study as well. No need to get into hisporium so deeply. So during that time, I do realize that, oh, perhaps my focus is getting disturbed by the to get too involved in the hisporium. Especially during that time, I'm also tend to interfere with the other people's job scope. So after do self-reflection, Alhamdulillah, I can manage the time wisely also. Prof. Arshad always, he always admonish me when he sees any changes in myself. Like, for example, like I tend to be daydreaming in the class. So he said, oh, you might to focus on hisporium, or you might think about hisporium until you are not thinking about your study, right? So after that, okay, it's okay. I take it positively to improve myself. Okay, and I do still remember that Dr. Hazizi once said in the meeting. I do still remember that don't be too get into hisporium, because hisporium is the only secretariat. That doesn't mean that he want to say hisporium not important, not like that. But because he said that don't let hisporium overwhelm ourselves until we become overthinking, until we become we become not focused to our study. So yeah, I do still remember what he said during that meeting. And lastly, another challenges also face conflict with the friends also one of the challenges. Okay, I have a few friends that tend to be too socialized and also too open-minded. Okay, too open-minded, no problem, but sometimes too open-minded in negative ways, not really good, right? So it is very important for you to choose the right peers to be your close friends. Yeah, to be friend with the too socialized person, no problem, as long as you can guide yourself not to be influenced with the bad things. Yeah. So okay, so far I think that's all from me. And if I have another balance of time, I will give to Brother Zudi to to continue to share his experiences and also challenges that he faced during his life journey as a degree student. I do believe that both of them have more interesting experience compared to me. So thank you. I give back to Brother Shahmi. All right. So I'm really sorry for any shortcomings. I hope that whatever that I shared here can give some meaningful points for the students. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Siti. Thank you, Sister Siti Jamila, for the meaningful sharing. I hope all of you can take the good points there and can be used in your degree life. So we move to the next speaker. This is Brother Muhammad Zudi Farhan bin Suhaimi. Please welcome.
Thank you, Mas Amirul. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Respected Dr. Alwi, fellow speakers, Jamila, Azizi, and history students. I see few familiar faces here. First, thank you, Historium, for inviting me. I have left IIUM not long ago, actually. I finished my degree in 2018 or 2019. So maybe what I will be sharing is not so different from what you face and from what I have faced before. In terms of experience, I think all students will face more or less the same experience, but of course different individuals will take different actions. So maybe of course during my time, during our time, COVID still doesn't exist. So yeah, so it's a bit difficult to tell you how to handle or how to face this pandemic according to our point of view. But I will try to be as general as possible lah. So what in terms of studying, from my experience, I can tell you that in classes, try to be active, Oh, okay, Dr. Awi, thank you. Try to be more active in classes. Even sometimes people say the boys love to sit at the back, the girls in front of the lecturer, but it doesn't matter actually if you active in classes, ask questions, even if you feel a bit shy to ask during the class, you can always take the time to ask after the class. I mean, lecturers would definitely love to entertain you, to answer your inquiries. And sometimes even if not in class, you can always go to the HS cafe. I mean, we always have a tetarik session with Dr. Helmi during our time. But yeah, I don't know if the cafe in UIA right now is open, or you can go to any cafe at all. So yeah, having conversations, discussions with lecturers, not only in history subjects, any other subjects you like, will help you lah. Next, I think we always have friends from other departments, from other courses, other kuliah. I think it helps luaskan pandangan, your horizon. So your point of view, your worldview will also change, if not a lot, a bit, by mingling with different students from different courses. Well, life is not about history, only history subject. So you could always learn from other people. And for preparation for your after university life, I think it's important to develop your soft skills. One of the ways is so pardon for the bunyi ayam. One of the ways to develop your soft skills, I think you can always join societies, join clubs. For our department is Historium, but you can always choose other clubs as well. We have clubs under Sensurf. We have uniform. We have clubs under Masjid. So there's a lot for you to choose. Soft skills will be beneficial for you when you are in working life. I mean, I also got my current job due to my experience in Historium, I guess, because this is not related at all with history. So yeah, soft skills, management, time management, social skills, it will definitely help you to live your life later, I would say. And if you are interested in any courses, be my guest. Just volunteer for it. There's a lot of movement or activities in IIUM, like dakwah, or mostly under clubs lah, but but there's also independent movement by students. I'm not sure how they are conducting themselves nowadays, but there's a few that I saw still active, especially under our kuliah. There's also a numbers of them. I myself, apart from his forum, I joined a club under Sensurf, Quranic Youth Club, for 2 or 3 years, and I was also a part of soup kitchen movement. It's no longer there, I think, now, but there was a movement then. So yeah, so aside from study, you can always do other things that you love. There's also intellectual discussions by the students, for the students, like SRC. Yeah, his forum during my time, we had a few sessions of discussions. We invited panelists outside, from outside panelists, and sometimes master or PhD candidates from our department to share with the students. And yeah, the discussion between students will definitely help you in terms of your views, your current issues, knowledge. So it will keep you updated. So being a student not only requires you to focus on your studies, but I think it's important for students to be updated with current issues. So talking or discussing with your friends can put you I mean on the path lah. What else? Okay, there's also under international affairs, there's also exchange student programs. So we have history students joining that. Usually, mostly went to Turkey. I spent my 4.5 years in history department. 4 years of them with his forum, and 1 semester in Turkey. So you are sponsored, so I think you will not have to be worried about expenses, life expenses there. Just try to apply and enjoy your life overseas, learn new cultures, meeting new people, and I think for challenges, I could not say much about challenges, as we know our time was so different from this pandemic era. When we have our physical class, we have our own challenges. Online classes will have different challenges. You will have screen fatigue, and it's important for you to be aware of your own self, aware of your own mental health, your conditions. Try to talk to people you trust the most, or even your friends or our lecturers. I'm sure they will be willing to help. And yeah, I guess what I can give you as an advice to just enjoy your time in our department at your own pace. Yeah, I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Zuhdi, for delivering his speech. So basically, what can I say from Brother? One of the point that Brother Zuhdi shared is about being active in the class. Don't feel shy and don't be afraid to ask our lecturer, because in history department, we don't have many students, and also we don't have many lecturers. So use the opportunity to ask, and they will like if the student will be more imaginative with them. Okay, next I will continue to our last speaker, which is Brother Muhammad Hazizi Sukafli. Please welcome, brother.
Okay, thank you, Brother Amirul. Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Wa salatu wa salam syafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Thank you to his forum and history department for inviting us today to share our experience, to share our thought to all the new students. So, may I know, is this audience today is mixed? I mean, we have first year, second year, fourth year student, or just the new student?
We have mixed students,
Mixed student.
but most of them is first year student.
Most for first year student. Okay. Yeah. And still the same, huh? Most of them are female student.
Yes.
The only kuliah in UAE have more male is engineering. Okay. So about Historium, maybe I share first about Historium. Maybe some of you know, maybe some of you still do not know that before this we are independent. Before this we are our own society, not secretariat. Okay, it was during my time. Okay, all the society had been idea to combine all the society under RKHS under one big society, RKHS SS Student Society. So all the other society under department we will call as secretariat. It was during my time, and it quite a headache during that time because every department, every society want to insert their own autonomy, their own independence. So it quite a long journey actually for us to get all understand what actually kuliah want. Okay, so we gather with all the president during that time and started to talk, to discuss with the kuliah, and then it come like now. Okay, RK become secretariat for all society, because I think we are the one who are quite special actually during my time, because yes, in other kuliah also they have a society for each department, but the one who are more dominant is the central society. Compared to RKHS, we do not have the central society, but we have this kuliah, each department society. So that's why maybe I think UAE want to standardize all the society. So they want one dominant society under one kuliah, and the other we have like sort of a sub society. Okay, but it's okay for me actually, because with RKHS, with one centralized society, we actually want to promote inter-department sharing between the student. But we get to know more about students from other departments, from psychology, from political science, sociology, okay, communication, and it's actually very important for networking actually. networking and for your after degree life, for your working life actually. Because what are the dilemma for our student actually, what you want to work after this for history. Okay, that's a very big dilemma actually, even during my time. So that's why for me, networking is very important. And then your active participation in society actually very important for you to develop your soft skill, your network with the people. Okay, or with the society, you will get to know people outside IUM, those from the corporate, those from the NGOs, and these people will perhaps can help you for your to get work after that. Okay, because to be an academician, to be honest, maybe Jamila also will agree with that. It's not easy actually. Nowadays, it's not easy. All university put a prerequisite that lecturer must have PhD. During my time, still there are some university or some college they still accept master student. But when I finished my master, the prerequisite have been upgraded. So all must have PhD or at least ongoing PhD. So if you want to be academician, it's actually not an easy job right now, not an easy journey right now. So you must be prepared mentally and financially. Okay, that's about the afterlife after the degree student. Actually, if some of you notice that I laughing when Siti Jamila share her experience with the Dr. Ashad. Actually, not her, not she, the only one who been scolded or being reminded or being sindir by Dr. Ashad actually. Our whole tenure during that time had been reminded by Dr. Ashad. Okay, he said to me that yeah, it's okay for you to be active in his forum or in society, but please balance your study. Okay, every one of us during the class, directly during the class, not personal, during the class. For me, that to me directly, he said that Hazizi, I noticed that your grade had been declined. Okay, after the mid-year, mid-sem exam, he said, Azizi, I noticed that your grade had been quite down after the exam. Not only my subject, but other few subjects. So all the lecturers asking, what happened to you, Azizi? Is you too busy with this forum? Okay, during the class, okay? But we still, you know, although he quite, maybe I say quite stern, quite strict, but we still see him as a father figure for us, Dr. Ashad. And to date, I think he's the, what I can say, the most senior lecturer in our department, Dr. Ashad Islam. Okay, then we have the next batch, the batch of Dr. Fauzia. And if any of you had learned with Dr. Hafiz? No one. Dr. Hafiz Zakaria? You alumni. How about you, Amirul? Have you learned with Dr. Hafiz Zakaria? No.
No.
No, okay. That's mean okay. He's now in UMT Terengganu. Okay, I heard he will come back to department maybe next year or next 2 years, hopefully. Okay, Dr. Hafiz Zakira, and then we have the next batch is Dr. Helmi, and then Dr. Firdaus. Now the Dr. Firdaus, I can say the most junior among our lecturer is Dr. Firdaus. Okay. And also we have Dr. Alwi and Dr. Okay, Okta, right? Dr. Okta, I think the female one.
Dr. Kausar.
Kausar and Dr. All the other one, the foreigner one is Dr. Oza, right? What is his name?
Dr. Ossi.
Osi, yeah. Okay. That actually also a new lecturer, right? Yes, 1 or 2 semester. Okay. So where we now? Okay, about the lecturer. Okay. So like Brother Zuhdi said, don't be afraid to mingle with the lecturer. I think the newer generation of the lecturer is more open compared to the senior one. The senior one is okay. Yeah, let's say that, but they do not the type who initiate let's say you will never see or we never experience Dr. Ashad we call you, jom lepak makan. No. Dr. Ashad, Dr. Fauzia is not that kind of people, that kind of lecturer. But if you approach them to ask something, to get advice, they're open. Okay. For example, for my batch, we always saw Dr. Ashad as our father and Dr. Fauzia and the late Dr. Wan Suana as our mother. These two, our father and our mother in the department. Okay. And about the postgraduate journey, I think maybe I will touch more on the postgraduate journey. I think because Sister Jamila and Brother Sudi had talked a lot about the degree time, about the participation in society. Okay. Let me talk about the postgraduate journey. If any of you interested to continue your study up to master or up to PhD. So why I say it's not an easy journey. It's not an easy and perjalanan yang mudah. Okay, I graduated from degree in 2014. So let's say around 7-8 years ago. And I continue my master in 2015 in the department itself until 2017. I finished my master and my MA. And then started from 2018, I continue my PhD at ISTED. So, I am alumni. Okay, that's another dilemma. Okay. So right now, 2021, I just passed my Viva earlier of this month. Earlier September, 6 September, I just passed my Viva. I'm still in the middle of my correction. Perhaps maybe by early next year, I will get my senate letter to officially endorse my doctorate. Okay. Like now, my doctor is not official. Okay. Some people call me doctor. Okay. So if people do not call me doctor, so I do not care much about that. Okay. But it's just a title. Okay. One thing important for postgraduate is financial. I need to acknowledge that. Okay, money. Financial is very important because with money, of course the fees. That's right. That the one issue. But you also need a lot of money for postgraduate for you to have a leisure to do your research. Okay, for you to buy books, for you to travel to collect your data. Okay, if you want to go to visit someone, to visit some places, maybe you want to go to overseas to collect more data. It's all about money. Okay, because if you don't have adequate financial support, financial assistance, you will, how can I say, you cannot expand much your research. Okay, with only limited budget, you only can confine your research for library research. For only around the books, library and archive. Okay, KL you have the National Archive. You don't have the leisure to travel, for example, to visit places, to visit figures, scholars. Okay, so money is very important. During my time, we have my brain. Any of you have heard about my brain? Okay. But during my PhD time also, we have my brain for a while, but then have been cut off the program. Okay. Right now, I heard that they want to reinitiate my brain program, but I don't know when we will start it again. Okay. So for you to, if you really want to continue your postgraduate study, the first thing is about financial. You need to think a lot about financial issue. Okay, you need to find which loan, for example, is suitable for you, or if that university or if that institution have financial assistance for you. For example, they will support your fees or your pocket money for your living. Okay, you need to think about that. Is your family is able to support you or able and willing to support you? Family support is also very important for postgraduate study. Okay, to what extent your family can support you throughout all the journey. Okay, to what extent your mother and your father can boleh tahan cakap saudara mara, anak you tak kerja lagi ke, sama belajar nak buat apa? Okay, that's among the thing that you need to face during the postgraduate journey. So mentally and financially you need to prepare. Okay, and also when you are postgraduate, maybe you are not working or just working part time. So you will see your friends that already graduated maybe had married, maybe have a good job, maybe already have their own cars, their own houses, but you are still struggling with your study. That's among the dilemma that you need to prepare for your postgraduate study. Unless you are really from a good family that you can finish, who can support you financially, can give you car, can give you houses, that may be okay. But for those who are not very strong in financially, that's among the dilemma that you will face during your postgraduate study. Okay, I not to scare you, but to inform you the reality for the postgraduate study. Okay, so maybe usually the master we take 2 or 3 years and PhD another 3 to 4 years. So at least you have 7 years for the postgraduate study, 7 years that you need to prepare mentally and financially. If you're ready to face it, then go on. Okay. If not, maybe you can work first and finding some money first, and then maybe you can continue your master part time. We also have part time right now. But all university offer part time program. Even your IIM sendiri, okay, IIM itself have part time. Okay. So that's the way that you can try to manage. You yourself know yourself. What is your condition? What is your capability? Your kemampuan you macam mana? Okay. Okay, for my batch, I think not many go through academic path. I think maybe 2 or 3 of us. Most of others are working, doing their own business. And I think it's also good for the Historium to invite some alumni who are doing business, at least for them to share. If our student interested to do business, so what next? What are the steps? What are the procedure? What are the challenges to do business during this time? It's actually a good actually. Okay. I think that's all I can say about the study. How can I about study? Because everyone have their own style of study. Okay, we cannot dictate everyone. Some people, they are more keen to study during the night, during the evening, okay, maybe during the late of night. So it's up to you. As long as you can manage your time and your time properly, it's okay actually. History, maybe first you will okay. My background, I'm not a social science student. I'm a science stream student. My CFS offer letter is engineering. So during the ta'aruf week, I changed to history. Okay. So when I start to join history department, I quite zero knowledge in history actually. What history is about actually. But I eager to know. So history is about exploration. You can explore. Okay. Explore more than what the courses offered. Okay. You ask our lecturers, Dr. Ashad, Dr. Fauzia, Dr. Helmi, what's more in history? Okay, if you want to further study which field are relevant for the current time, it's very important actually. For example, maybe what I can say, what had been shared by Dr. Fauzia, for example, he said that department are looking people who can replace me, he said. Okay, Dr. Fauzal is expert in Far East, China and Japan history. So department are looking lecturers who can replace me when I'm retired. Okay. So if you are really interested to join department, maybe that the field that you want, you can pursue to about the Far East, when the China and Japan, even the Korea. Okay. Because in our department, we are not focused on certain field. Okay, we cover every field. We have Islamic history, Far East history, South Asia. We cover everything. Compared to other university or other history department, sometimes they will focus more on certain field of history. Okay. For example, our department need lecturers who can teach in Arabic. Okay. When the late Dr. Abdul Ghani passed away, our department had quite difficulty to find someone who can replace him, who can teach in Arabic. Because we also have some subject in Arabic. Okay. So that's one of the field that if you really want to pursue for postgraduate. For example, they also, if you notice from UM and USM, sometimes their advertisement for new lecturer is on socio-economic history of Malaysia. So if you want to pursue, maybe you get that field among the what I can say the top priority for you to pursue your study. If you really want to secure a job, actually to have a higher percent to get a job. Okay, but still it's up to you. Okay. Before this, we have ethnic studies in LPTA. Ethnic studies or TITAS, we have it. But nowadays, I have been told that it had been replaced with course falsafah on philosophy and civilization, course falsafah dan peradaban. Okay. So maybe there also among the thing that you can teach. Okay. So maybe it's already 11:15. Maybe what I can say is that explore your life in university. Okay, don't confine yourself only on learning, on classes only. No, try to balance your life. Okay, join the society, join the any activities to balance your life, to gain network, to gain soft skill. It's very important. And if you really want to pursue for postgraduate or for academic path, explore the field. In history, there are many fields actually. It's bigger and more diverse than you think actually. Okay, from the smallest thing to the biggest thing, it's very diverse. So explore, get the help from our lecturers. Okay, madam, doctor, if I want to pursue my academic, what field that I can go? What should I go? Okay, maybe one of my weaknesses during our time is we don't have much engagement with our lecturers. Maybe we feel shy, or maybe we feel that, oh, takut lecturer ni garang lah. Okay, but I think nowadays it's more open. Our lecturers are more open. Okay, our students also more open actually right now. Our student is more active, more aggressive than our time actually. Okay, our time is quite still a very shy student. Okay, our batch, our period. But I believe it's your new generation. You are more open, more aggressive, more active. Okay, so explore yourself for the degree time. It's very important actually. It will really help for you to build your confidence, your network. Network is very important right now. You cannot deny that. Okay, maybe people say cable or what, but network is very important. Very, very important. People will only hire you if they trust you. this COVID situation, okay, the university getting less and less budget. Okay, not many foundation are offering much scholarship right now. And added with sometimes the scholarship is more for the sciences, less for the social science. So that's among the challenge. It's very competitive actually. Okay. At least maybe 1 or 2 semester you need to prepare, you need to survive by your own in the process to get the financial assistance. Okay, so that's the challenges. Okay. Because I do not want, because my experience, there are some students actually drop their postgraduate study because of the finance. They do not get any scholarship or any loan. Okay, but they cannot, but their own work cannot sustain their work can sustain, but their time will be overwhelmed with the working. They don't have time to study. Okay, so that's why I encourage you, if you really want to do postgraduate study, discuss first with our lecturer. If they know any openings, any chances for scholarship, discuss with them first. Don't do by your own. Okay, discuss with them first.
I think we have continuation about the question. How much is the range for the fee for
Okay,
postgraduate?
UIA for history is quite cheap. For MA is around 1,200, around that range, 1,200 or 1,300 or 500. For MA is around 2,000, 1,800 to 2,000 for PhD. To continue abroad, yes, we have one of our alumni, Sister Amira, who are now studying in Turkey. Okay, Turkey, you have Turkiye Boslari Foundation. You can try to apply for that. She's going to Turkey under that foundation. Okay, but you need to learn Turkey. Okay, so much of your time there will to learn Turkey.
You have to spend 1 year to learn
Yes.
the language first lah.
Language first. Archaeology, USM, that's the best place.
We have one alumni. We have one alumni in
Yes.
USM now.
Nabil.
Nabil Nadri is furthering his study under PPAG USM, Pusat Arkeologi Antarabangsa Global. Pusat Penyelidikan Arkeologi Global USM.
I think 3 they have archaeology, UM, UKM, and USM. But I think that's still the best in USM because they have the field experience compared to UKM and UM. This examination, what you mean by that? How about the part of examination look like? Is it for PG examination or degree examination? Degree exam. I don't know. Maybe Amirul can respond to that because during this pandemic time, the format of exam may be different from our time. We are still manual period during answering the essays. How about during the pandemic time, Amirul?
Basically during this online learning, it's still the same. The contribution of marks is still 60% of assignment and 40% final exam. For the 60%, usually 20% will be assignment. The other 20% is presentation, and the rest
quizzes and lab tests.
Quizzes, math tests, and so on. Depends on the lecturer itself. But it's
And also
60,
participation in the class.
Yeah. Yes. So is answer your question, Nick Khairatul? All right. So I think no more question from the participant.
Amirul, I have question
Yes.
to Brother Hazizi.
Yes, sure.
Actually, I have intention to do PhD also, but in halal field. Since my master in halal field, you said that there are a lot of the dilemma, like you share about people will talk about our life and so on. So how you manage that kind of challenges? Especially me as a woman, I'm not married yet, so that would be the big dilemma also.
One for me is my family. My family support me because so if any relative or any neighbors say anything, they say that just pekakkan telinga, abaikan diorang. Okay. Family is very important, and maybe you need to motivate yourself lah. Okay. Sometimes I also in dilemma actually. Sometimes I ponder is really the right path for me to do PhD, to do master. Okay. Sometimes we are also in dilemma in maybe I should stop, but you need to stay motivate yourself. And family is very important. My family is very supportive for me. Okay.
Correct. Thank you.
Maybe your friend also. Okay. Make more friend among the PG student.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least you are in the same condition. Okay. The same dilemma.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Inshallah.
And there's one question from Amira Shuhada. Okay. In IIUM, we have two programs. Three. For master, we have 3. Coursework mode, full research mode, mixed mode for master. Coursework is just like degree time, all classes. Just you need to do 2 main papers for coursework. For research is full research. The classes maybe only 2 or 3 classes, not too much. For mixed mode, they are mixed. Okay, they are balanced. Maybe, for example, maybe for coursework, you need to take 15 subjects, but maybe for mixed mode, you take only 10 subjects, for example. Okay, so that's for the mixed mode. But for PhD, they're only full research. I heard there are some department or some university introducing mixed mode, but I'm not sure about the status. Okay, but usually university only offer PhD only full research. And that's mean you only take 2 or 3 subjects and then you do your research full time. And that the challenge actually for the research, that the challenge is you are by your own. Okay, only you and your supervisor. So if you malas-malas tak ada mood, memang tak jadilah PhD you, master you. So you need to motivate yourself, need to push yourself to do research, to writing. No one will ketuk you, no, tak ada dah. If you not contact your supervisor also will keep quiet. Dia tak ada masa nak tanya how about your situation right now. It's not like the degree time anymore. Okay. So you can choose the most safest for master is take the mixed mode. So for you to can adapt the research life. Okay, for you to PhD you will really have experience in research. Okay. Okay, Jamila, you have a question for you.
Okay. Actually, this question that usually I receive from my friends also. What are the factors that made me to want to further my study in halal research? Actually, like this. Okay. Me and Dr. Elmira quite close. Dr. Elmira Akhmetowa. And previously, during my degree life, I keep meeting her. And I talked to him that I like history subject. I do love study history, but I feel my passion in Islamic studies. Yeah. So she suggested to me to do internship at Inhat. So I do internship there. So once I do internship there, I do learn a lot about halal. So after that, after I think around 2 years, I made decision. I think this is a big decision for me. Study halal. I'm doing master there. Honestly, very challenging because I changed my direction from history to halal, and in fact, my research I integrate between science and fiqh. Yeah, this is very challenging for me, but because my rezeki saya, I got a very supportive supervisor and also co-supervisor. So I feel like more motivated. Feel like I feel okay. Halal studies is my field. I feel like that. So that's why I do believe that I'm not choosing the wrong direction. So I just go there and study, do research. In fact, in Inhat, at Inhat I'm doing full research. Ya, saya buat full research. Pada mulanya, in the beginning it's very challenging. But like Brother Hazizi said, we are the one who should control ourselves. So I put effort double compared to the others, but Alhamdulillah, I managed to do it. Okay, let's say if you want to pursue halal as your career, you have to, for example, like if you want to be a halal assurance controller or in any halal resources management, you should take certified halal executive like that. I also invest a lot of money actually. Like I'm taking a lot of courses. For example, like I'm taking halal internal audit. I'm taking certified halal executive and so on, in order to gain more experiences. Yeah. For example, by that certificate, I can apply to be halal executive, or also let's say if I want to enter to the industry, and also perhaps I can be a halal internal auditor also. Yeah, but still, I said, this is not an easy journey, but my passion more on to research. Yeah, so that's why I asked Brother Hazizi how can he stay in, not stay cool, stay not stay cool doing PhD, because my passion also in research. Yeah, but I do still take other courses and other certificate in order to improve my soft skill. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Okay. There's this to become history teacher. Okay. I have experience applying for Mara teacher MRSM. Okay. But failed because they said there are no opening that year. Okay. So if you want to become history teacher, Mara is open for you because MRSM did not put requirement to have a diploma in teaching. Okay. First Mara, and then private school, because that the two option. Because if you want to enter KPM, you need have this diploma in teaching, KPLI. I don't know what the new name currently, but those days we call it as KPLI, khusus perguruan pasal ijazah. It's kind of diploma for teaching. But if you don't want to take that, you can try to apply for MRSM and also for private school. For private school, that's the point important for network actually. You join the NGOs or the societies, maybe you can find the network from there to apply for private school. I had during my master time, there are one student who are teaching in private school, and he continue his master as a requirement for his permanentship in that school. Okay. Okay, that's all for the teacher, history teacher.
Okay.
Okay, Amirul, I just want to add some points. If you like, for the question, Sister Zulaikha, okay, let's say if you want to further your study in Halal, actually there are a lot of the topic that you can explore. For example, like you can integrate history with Halal also. Yeah, for example, you can study about the thoughts of our ulama regarding about the ethics of the food and everything. Like I'm doing previously 2 years ago, I'm doing research about ethics of food from the perspective of Badi'un Zaman Said Nursi. Yeah, so there are a lot of things that we can explore, and I think this is quite interesting as long as you have desire to do that. That's all. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for the answers, and also thank you for all the questions. I hope it's will be answered by our speaker. And before we end this event, we will have a photography session, and I hope all of you can open your cameras. So Haris, you can conduct our session. Okay, thank you, Haris. And once again, thank you everyone for the cooperation. So I would like to thank everyone for joining our alumni sharing session today. And of course, gratitude to all of our speakers for the sharing. And I would like to apologize for any mistake on behalf of myself and the organizer. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And don't forget for our session for this evening, Secretariat session. Okay,
Thank you so much for inviting us.
My
Thank you
pleasure.
Kamila, Zudi.
Thank you Suarem. Thank you Mirul.
Okay.
Adalah Suarem siapa lagi ada?
Yang lama-lama ke apa?
Yang lama lah.
Rafika, Fikri dah grad. So siapa lagi ya? Siapa lagi? Itulah yang lama. Ain Rafika.
Ain mana? Jap.
Yang apa, anak Datuk Amir.
Oh,
Dengan seorang lagi Shikin. Shikin yang senyap.
Kawan dia tu. Okay.
Itu je yang lama.
Semua dah ni Semua dah nak habis dah
InsyaAllah lah same.
Okay Orang baru pak lepas ni.
Fikri nak semua master.
Uish. Jangan. Sebab kata financial is the main point.
Kerja dulu lah.
Itulah pasal.
Tapi dulu, tu boleh je explore kalau tak nak history bidang-bidang lain.
Tapi ada banyak ni apa tu scholarship beasiswa.
Tak sangat lah sebab COVID sekarang ni. Tapi tak sure lah kalau ada yang kadang ada yang lecturer sendiri cari RA diorang. So dengan syarat kena sambung master bawah diorang apa semua tu. Bidang tu ada juga.
Faham?
Tak pun itulah tak pun kena apa? Mungkin first sem tu kena duit sendiri dulu, lepas tu macam degree lah guna result first sem tu untuk apply JPA ke apa ke, macam tu lah.
Macam Mike, macam mana dia apply di Turki lah?
Oh, yang untuk sambung master itu ada. Dia memang buka tiap tahun. Sebelum ni lah, sebelum COVID lah, memang buka tiap tahun master tu. Check kat mana tak ingat lah, check kat mana website. Tapi memang dia buka lah. Tapi kena, kalau nak apply yang tu, kena ni lah, kena prepare siap-siap tajuk apa possible tajuk thesis. Kena dah ada proposal lah kot. Tu kena mesti kena bincang dengan lecturer jugalah. Jumpa Dr. Fauziah ke, Dr. Helmi ke. Jumpa Dr. Nira dah tak ada. Ni and then kalau yang Turki tu tahun first tu memang tak akan masuk kuliah lagi pun. Sebab kena ambil, dia macam masuk selpet lah. Kena masuk kelas bahasa semua dulu. Lulus kelas bahasa baru boleh masuk kuliah. Baru boleh masuk department tu. Tapi rasanya untuk postgrad akan ada U yang guna English lah. Kalau degree memang Turki habis lah. Memang tak faham pun. basic word je lah kalau sempat tangkap pun. Kalau sebab U yang baru kat Turki pun banyak, Ibnu Khaldun University tu apa semua tu. Banyak juga lecturer kat sana. Siapa yang Amirah tu sama PhD. Lepas tu Prof Wahabuddin Political Science pun ada kat sana sekarang, tak silap. Ramai juga yang ni sambung. Cuma masalah bahasa je lah, kena lulus dulu.
So kalau macam kita kalau minta marah pun rasanya okey kan, dia orang support kan?
Apa scholarship?
Scholarship lah. Mungkin macam marah kan kita boleh minta pinjaman dulu, pasal nanti dia akan terima result.
Kalau dia buka boleh je try. Tak pun minta tu lah, kalau yang di Turki tu boleh minta beasiswa dia orang tu. Yang Mat minta yang tu lah kan, yang dia orang beasiswa dia orang.
Tu tengah terfikir antara nak sambung study terus ke ataupun mungkin kerja dulu baru sambung master. Macam tak, kalau dah kerja nanti dah jadi malas nak sambung study kan.
Kalau kerja, kalau kau nak sambung sambil kerja, kalau kau bujang lagi mungkin okey lagi lah. Kalau dah kahwin ke apa semua, payah jugalah. Memang kena betul-betul fokus, struggle lah 2-3 tahun kot. Tapi kalau macam kau nak kerja dulu kumpul duit, sebab bila dah kerja tu kan ada KWSP semua, so boleh guna KWSP tu, account 2 tu untuk bayar yuran apa semua. So membantu jugalah in term of financial. Tu plus point kalau kerja dululah. Kalau tak ada scholarship. Tapi itulah, tak sure kalau macam dah kerja still boleh minta scholarship ke tak. Sebab nanti ada pendapatan kan. Itu tak sure pula. Itu mungkin depends on syarat beasiswa masing-masing lah kot.
Ni kerja work from home ke apa ni?
Work from home lah.
Thank you Zudi.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay.
InsyaAllah akan diroja lagi.
Okay, insyaAllah. Assalamualaikum.
Salam.
Okay, jumpa lagi.
Bye, thank you jemput.
Oh, okay, the boss. Okay. Ada dengung?
Kita nak buat postmortem bila petang ni.
Sekarang kan?
Masalah kita tiga. Nak buat
Postmortem.
bila?
Ya. Apa tu suka?
Sweet.
Betul.
Parai lah. Apa? Apa hari? Okay. Kat Alumni eh?
So petang ni kau apa? Kuih mana jadual? 2:30 kan? Fikri kan yang dia kan? Biar dia. Ada ni tak apa tentatif tu lah Haris? Yang semalam tu lupa nak save lah. Save yang alumni. Allah Akbar. InsyaAllah. Apa flag?
Nak ambil short sam eh? Rajin ambil short sam. Nak habis awal ke macam mana?
Sejujurnya agak lah. Tapi depends on lecturer lah.
Nikah berponting kelas. Dapat lecture.